4. And this Pfarr has kind of done the same thing that Nathan Burak has done. He's become kind of maybe the best of the rest. And what Burak has been able to do with the guy that's been placing a couple of years, the last 2 years in the NCAA tournament, he's just been, now putting himself in a position to be able to compete for a national title.
Burak undefeated 17-0. Pfarr comes in ranked 4th in the country with a record of 26-2. His 2 losses, one to Jaden Cox of Missouri at the Cliff Keen. That was in the championship match, and also in the finals of the Southern Scuffle, where he lost to Morgan McIntosh of Penn State 3-2. So he's shown him he can go with the best in the country.
Yeah, he really can. He's had the opportunity to be able to wrestle against them. So last year we remember that we had Missouri and Iowa wrestling in the national duels. So Burak had an opportunity to wrestle Cox in that match, and that was a close bout, right? That was a hard physical bout. He took Cox to the limit, and Cox was able to. But I think that match, even in the loss, was able to give him a little bit of confidence going into the tournament season. And Pfarr, he's just had the type of matches this year where he's just never been out of it. He likes to work off that 2-on-1 to Burak's right arm. I don't expect that Burak is going to allow that. That's his lead arm on his shot. But easily picks that up right there. He is able to get to it, and Burak bases out of it, squares out of it.
Pfarr, a Big Ten finalist a year ago at 184, now up to 197.
Yeah, and that was a bit of a surprise, but has good tournament life. Now there's a nice shot, good angle there. Now he's going to step up and be in a pretty good position to finish, and notice a little bit more action and movement. He's able to go ahead and shelf that leg onto the right thigh, and he's got to try to come back to the center to be able to do it. He comes all the way back, not all the way back, but I like to see a guy come all the way back to the center, because you don't always get that ankle at the edge, but that's 2.
That time he gets that far ankle, leads it 2-0. And Burak is really good in that position. That's a big takedown, able to finish, close the door there. 2-0, 53 seconds left.
Well, I get the feeling that that's not going to be the last takedown between these big boys. They're going to be coming at it.
Burak 17-0, 10 of those wins, bonus point victories. There's an escape 2-1.
And Burak likes to go ahead and attack the right leg of Wansek. That's the one without the M on it. And he likes to go ahead and Pfarr likes to attack. Likes to attack the right leg of Pfarr. All right, and that's what he likes to get to. He likes to work off of that tricep, right tricep of Pfarr, and you see the activity, the right arm of Pfarr. He's not really giving him the position that he wants to be able to set that back leg.
See how aggressive these guys go to close the first period. Short time, 10 ticks.
Good period so far for Pfarr. It's a natural style. It's difficult. Burak likes to, again, attack that right leg, and Pfarr's doing a nice job of keeping it back. He's going to choose the bottom position. I guess the only thing you could maybe be a little bit wish he had a little bit more was some riding time. Riding time only 6 seconds, but getting that early takedown, pretty important.
Burak 4th at the Big Tens a year ago, an All-American, a 2-time All-American. He was 8th in 2014. In 2015, one step up to 7th place on the podium.
And I think that you don't want to scramble too much with Pfarr. Burak knew that and gave up the escape.
One of the better scrambles we've seen in recent memory was Pfarr and Connor Hartman at Duke. That thing lasted pretty much the entire period.
If you do anything, go to the Minnesota website and take a look at that scramble. 2 minutes of solid scrambling between these guys. They look like 25-pounders out there. It was just awesome.
Another sweep single attempt there from Pfarr.
There's the shot. He got to the back leg. And see how he's got his grip? He's got the outside palm down, the outside arm. He's got that palm down on the grip. All right, and that makes it very difficult for Pfarr. Now he's got to go ahead and do the same thing Pfarr did, is get better position on the edge. He's got to come back to the center or get his rear end to the outside of the mat. You don't want to...
Going to drag him inside the center, create some real estate, give himself some room to work with.
Trying to make that big step, and he was able to do it. He got to it. There's 2.
We got ourselves a tie match. 3-3.
Yeah, very solid technique there, and again, both guys able to score on the edge, and that was well done by Burak. It looked like he was going to, kind of move out of it, but he got Pfarr to kind of bring his bottom leg close to him, all right, and then he dropped in on the double.
When I think of Burak, Jim, the word that comes to mind first and foremost is gritty. Just tough.
Both these guys are, Shane. This is what we're watching right now is a guy who's kind of made the grade a little bit. He's one of these top 40 guys in the country that's competing for one of those 10 national titles. And then with this other guy here in the maroon singlet here, he's kind of where Burak was a year ago, and he wants to get right up where Pfarr wants to be, where Burak is, and be one of these contenders for a title.
Intermat rankings, Big Ten tough at 197 pounds for the top 6 with Burak and Pfarr here at 3 and 4. There's also Max Huntley at 6, and atop the rankings, Penn State's Morgan McIntosh. Man, Jim, I can't believe, I can't wait till the Big Ten championship. It is going to be crazy.
I'm going to tell you what, how long have you been watching like the NCAAs? You've seen about five of them?
I would say I would really pay attention the last 10 years or so.
All right. You haven't seen anything like what this Big Ten championship
Look at my chops.
Yeah, it is going to be unbelievable. And what a great precursor, right, for the NCAAs. The semifinals of the Big Tens are like watching the quarters of the NCAA tournament with that type of intensity. And being here in this arena, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Pfarr treetops a leg and out of bounds.
Yeah.
He leads it 4-3, riding time a non-factor.
And Burak doesn't get ridden very much, but if you're somebody like Pfarr right now, you might as well go ahead and do it. You've got, 107 basically to ride down, and if he can do that, and what that may look like, Shane, is just what you saw there, maybe 6, maybe 7 goes, where you just stay with the guy, but he lets him go.
Gives us a 4-4 match. Just over a minute and a half here in this third period.
These two not disappointing with the activity level. There's the half shot there by Pfarr. Both guys, I think, look pretty good. I mean, there's nobody that's tiring here. There's activity in the tie-ups. Now Pfarr working that 2-on-1, but Burak
clears the tie. Wrestling center of the mat. Now a collar tie right side from Burak.
What Burak wants to do, see that he wants to get right back in on that shot right there. So wants to get on that right leg, and he was able to get to it once, and that's been his only scoring opportunity. But equally, the reason why this is such a tough style matchup for both these guys, Pfarr wants to get to Burak's right leg, and he's keeping that back. Now he moves it forward. Got an opportunity to get to a little swing single if he could go ahead and get underneath those collar ties. Now he goes the other direction. Wow, impressive.
Great shot from Pfarr.
Yeah, he didn't get it though. Now he's got it back. He's got to drive that.
Going to finish here, Jim.
Got to hold on to that right, with that right arm to that ankle, kind of clear the head.
Great
He's able to
defense.
step around, and that should be 2. That is.
There's the takedown for Pfarr. He leads at 6-4.
And Pfarr is a type of guy that that was what made that so special, Shane. He went to the opposite side. He came to the other side. He was showing left the whole time. He was drifting left, and he came back and hit that head to the outside, or hit the inside shot right there off of the elbow post.
That should be the dagger.
Well,
Pfarr,
you never know.
2 takedowns.
Still too early for that. These guys compete. Right back. That's it. That's the call. Cut the corner. Going to go ahead and roll through. Short
What a
time.
scramble.
Oh.
Wow.
I'll tell you
I
what.
spoke a little too soon.
We're going to get a little other look at that. I'm positive of that, because
There's the
Brands is
challenge
right
flag.
there.
Yes, sir.
We'll look at it. He was able to get to that leg. I mean, what happened there was the quick escape. Gave him an opportunity to go ahead and score. And this is the, we'll take a look at this. Escape, post the arm, right back up there, cracks him down, and he casts over to the right-hand side. Once he gets over, all the way over, that left knee over to the right-hand side, and then kind of switches to does he get the double? You could make a case, because he got his right arm underneath. You could make a strong case, but I don't know what the timing was in that situation.
Reminds me, Jim, of last year's Midlands Championships. Very similar situation when Burak was able to post and score on Timmy McCall of Wisconsin. He stole it late. Very similar.
Well, that's just he's just continuing
anywhere?
to wrestle, but
Nothing there, one leg.
you know, this is we got another State Farm spot here. Discount double check.
Okay, we're gonna back it up.
Yeah.
5
So
seconds.
here's the crackdown. What I'm looking for in this position, once he cast it over here, did he get his right arm underneath to the second leg? If he did, I think that's a takedown.
There it is, but not exactly sure when that came.
Yeah, I don't know when it happened,
time.
but certainly when that stopped, that would look like it was 2. But, you know, did you catch that call? Okay, act like we're debating about it. You know, you work your head like it's a tough call. Mike's on.
Still reviewing it as it stands, 6-5 for Pfarr.
So what's in doubt here is when the time expired.
Exactly.
I'm sure. Yeah, and they don't have the look that we have on it. So really a tough call, people.
Another big crowd here at Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Take one more look at this right arm. See the right arm. He's able to get it right there. Now, how does he finish and what's the time like? I don't have an idea of that, but right there, it looked like a takedown at that point. And Pfarr rolled him back over. You can see that Coach Brand's already got the flag in his hand.
And even the reaction from Pfarr.
Yeah.
I mean, his reaction really says it all.
He's upset he got put in that position, so. And I don't know if we have the technology to be able to show when the clock went out, so they might stick with the original call. So,
BTN Plus, full slate as always. It begins this Sunday when Illinois invades Wisconsin.
well, look at that match there on the 31st, Michigan at Penn State. That's a fine-looking Michigan dual meet team.
Both teams undefeated in the Big Ten. And then on the 5th of February, Iowa will look to wrap up another undefeated campaign in the dual meet season here in the Big Ten.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Nate Jackson in that match there, 174 against Alex Meyer. Should be a good bout. Ohio State coming along.
Looking forward, Michigan, Penn State, Devontae Mahomes and Bo Nickel. Devontae Mahomes beating Nate Jackson, who ended Bo Nickel's lone defeats. Still reviewing that final scramble with Burak and Pfarr.
It's coin flip. It's coin flip on the call. Yep, no points.
No points.
And I just don't think that they may have had the time on that. It's clear you could have made a case.
Got a feeling these two will meet again, but on this night, Brett Pfarr hangs on. What a flurry from Burak late, but he hangs on for the 6-5 decision.
Shane, we really got what we wanted right there. Both guys really got after it on the attacks. Fun match to watch.